Is it going? Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I can't believe I'm saying that because it's been a really long time coming. I honestly used to film makeup and beauty videos back in 2012 and 2013, but I just never posted them. They were obviously not good quality. I went out and bought a really nice camera, but just couldn't ever figure out lighting and all of that stuff. But to be honest, I was just super insecure back then and kind of let things like, I had super bad acne and just things that like really bothered me when I played things back on like camera. Things that I was really insecure about and just didn't want to like put out into the world. I'm also like a big perfectionist, and so if something isn't exactly right, then I would rather not put it out there, but I'm kind of over that now. I kind of feel like I've had a big shift with the new year and just trying to push myself out of my comfort zone and not like stand in my own way. Thank you for tuning in. If you want to support me, please hit the subscribe button, give this a like, comment, let me know what else you want to see from me. I have a few other videos kind of in the vault right now that you'll be seeing soon, or they might already be up. For this video, I thought I would do a little Q&A, kind of like a get to know me. If you already follow me on Instagram, then you already probably know a little bit about me and my life and my job and all of those things, but I thought it would be good for either people who are new and just kind of stumbling upon this video, or just people who don't really know too much about me. I don't think that I really post a lot of like super personal things, but yeah, I just want to like be a little bit more connected to my followers and people who like following along. So if you are down for this, then stay tuned. Okay, so I've got my matcha and my questions. I asked you guys on Instagram to submit your questions for me. I'm obviously gonna start off with answering like a few generic ones, just so you can actually get to know me a little bit better, because the questions on Instagram were a little bit specific, but let's get right into it. So first of all, I guess I should say what my name is. It's Deanna. My Instagram handle name is @DeannaDuca. I get questions all the time like, how do you actually say your name? A lot of people say it Deanna, which I don't blame them. Like, that's a pretty normal way to say the spelling of my name, but it is Deanna, and last name is Duca. So my married last name is Mullet, which I don't feel is super good for my brand. So I am going to get it changed eventually. I haven't done that yet, but I think like business wise, I'm just gonna keep it as Duca for now. And eventually my goal would be to just be Deanna, like really want that handle on Instagram, but some random person with a photo of a dog as their profile picture has it. So love that for me. I've DM'd them multiple times and they don't respond. So really want that username. If anyone has the tea on how to like go about getting that and stealing that from them, let me know. Okay, so next question is, when is your birthday? So my birthday is actually November 5th, 1992. I'm 27, and I'm a Scorpio, and I feel like I'm not super into like astrology and things like that, but I think I relate to Scorpios for the most part. I don't know. I think we all have certain things that we relate to about our sign and certain things that we don't. I think I'm pretty true Scorpio, and I've found that a lot of my friends are Scorpios for some reason, which I don't really know why. Okay, so next question is, where were you born? So I actually was born in Connecticut, in New Haven. I grew up in a little town called Cheshire. I moved to Arizona about 6 years ago now. Don't miss it at all. I mean, I miss it a little bit. I think I miss it when it's like summertime and everything's green and pretty, but otherwise I just can't stand being cold. So Arizona for the rest of my life, probably. The next question is, what is your ethnicity / background? And I am half Albanian, half Italian. My dad is Albanian, which is why my last name is Albanian, and then my mom is Italian. Did you go to college? I did go to college. I went in Connecticut. I went to a school called Central Connecticut State University. It's in New Britain. I went for, I think, 3 years, 2 years, 2 or 3 years. And I went for art. And then eventually just kind of like was thinking, what the heck am I gonna do with this art degree? And decided to just like get a full-time job and stop going to school, which I don't know if I regret or not, but I am still paying back student loans, so maybe I regret it a little bit. I'm glad I didn't get an art degree because I truly don't know what I would be doing with that, and I don't know how valuable it is, but I will say, like looking back, I wish after high school I would have just like taken a year off or something like that and just kind of like figured out exactly what I wanted to do, because art was really the only thing I was interested in, so that's just what I majored in. Someone asked, what does your husband do for work? So if you guys didn't know, I am married. My husband's name is Max, and you will be seeing him in some vlogs. We really want to be like doing this together for the most part. Obviously, I'm going to keep doing like beauty and fashion things. We want to be vlogging together. I feel like it's really fun to have like kind of home videos almost. I feel like YouTube is the modern home video for people who vlog, and I just feel like it's fun to have those memories on film. You guys will see him in a video, but someone asked, what does he do? So he actually, we met at Nordstrom, both worked there. Max worked in the shoe department and I worked in makeup, and then he worked at a coffee shop. He now works at like an aerospace place. I don't really know. He works in like missile defense. Next question is, what's your favorite drink? So I have to say matcha. I don't really drink anything other than matcha. I drink water obviously, but matcha is my drink of choice. I got into matcha probably maybe like a year ago, less than a year ago. I just love it. Like I really needed a healthy alternative to coffee, and this just did the trick, and I love the way it tastes, and I love that I don't have to feel guilty about drinking it. Like I know I'm not gonna get like addicted, or it's not gonna do anything bad to me. It actually is beneficial for your body. It's full of antioxidants and things like that. So matcha is my drink of choice. If you want to like see how I make mine, I have a little highlight on Instagram called matcha. Next question is, what made you want to go vegan? Which this might be kind of a long answer, so I think I'll just keep it short and sweet. And if you guys want to see a video like of me talking about this a little more in depth, then I can do that. This is such a touchy subject, I feel like, for people, but I stopped eating meat about 3 years ago now. This is such a specific scenario, but I was like eating meatballs and pasta one night, and I don't know, like I just was feeling really guilty while I was eating it, and I was looking at the meatballs thinking like, why am I eating this right now? Why do I feel guilty? I often felt like that anytime I did eat meat. I feel like a switch just flipped one day, and yeah, I just decided like I don't want to feel guilty when I eat food, and I love animals, not just like pets, and I don't want to eat them anymore. Like I kind of just took a step back and questioned, like, just because I've been eating this my whole life doesn't mean that I need to eat it forever, or that I need to continue eating it. Like, why not just eat something that doesn't make me feel bad? I just don't support killing animals, whether they're cute or not cute. Oh, I also watched a couple documentaries or like movies. So the first one was called Okja. It's OKJA. And you guys can look up what it's about. I'm not gonna explain it, but it just made me think about the idea of having animals as pets. You wouldn't want someone to take your pet from you to like slaughter it. Which, oh, that sounds so, just saying that out loud makes me feel not good. It just like opens your eyes to the fact that all animals should be treated equally. Like, you wouldn't want someone to steal your pet from you and do that, so why would you think that it's okay for like people to do that to other animals? And yeah, I can get into that again in another video. How often do you work out and what do you do? So about 21 days ago, I started a 21-day reset. It's by Kenzie Burke. I will link her Instagram around here somewhere in the description box. Is that what YouTubers say? I've been doing her 21-day reset. I actually just finished that yesterday, but to be honest, I'm gonna probably just keep eating that way. So it's basically food combining, which you eat your foods, you combine your foods in a way that helps with digestion, and just eating really clean. So no like dairy, obviously, no gluten, no sugar, things like that. And I feel like right before I started it, it was the holidays and I was kind of struggling with having sugar and gluten a lot, and I feel like this has helped me so much. So I'll definitely link her below if you want to look into her reset. I cannot recommend it enough. But to get into that person's question, I also started consistently working out at the beginning of those 21 days, and I feel like that's been super helpful as well. I do Melissa Wood Health's workouts, so I'll also link her, but she is super big on long lean lines and stretching, yoga, breathing, like all of those things. I really love her workouts. It helps me stay consistent because I do love them, and I do those about 5 days a week. I don't really like high impact workouts. It's just not me, and I broke my foot a couple years ago, so sometimes like high impact things can hurt my foot, so I just like to avoid them. Okay, next question. Someone asked, how would you describe your style? This is kind of hard. I don't really know if I can do this like in a simple way, but I would describe it as pretty minimal, chic. Wow, this sounds a little bit conceited. Minimal, chic, simple, edgy, and I think that's it. I like obviously dress up a little bit more on my Instagram, but to be honest, you guys, in real life, like I normally wear sweatpants and sweatshirts, which you probably see on my stories a lot, but on my feed, I like to like get creative and wear things that I wouldn't just normally wear in real life, which is super fun for me. Have you ever struggled with skin issues? Yes, and I still do. I think if you're a human being, you have at some point in your life probably struggled with skin issues. That is one of the main reasons I did not want to do YouTube back in the day, because my acne was so bad, and come to find out it was for health reasons. I think, at least like when I piece it together, it was because of that. I still break out. I mean, I have breakouts right now. Like if you look close, they're there. And I think wearing makeup for obviously my job and things like that, it's just inevitable. Like if I could be makeup free all the time, I would do it. I get like a lot of acne around my chin, my jawline. Don't know why. I change up my skincare routine probably a little bit too much, so I think soon I am going to really nail it down and just use a few products. I think being in this industry, it's a little bit hard because you end up using a bunch of different things that are sent to you, and it really F's with your skin. Next up, I am going to answer a few questions about my job. So got a lot of those. I'm probably gonna film a separate video about like content creating and blogging and all of that stuff. I don't really like to call myself a blogger because I don't have a blog, but so many questions about that. And I get that it's like a hot topic, or people that don't do it themselves are really interested in it. So I think that would be a good video to do. But just to answer a few, someone said, what is your job? So to give you a little bit of background, I went to art school, all of that. After art school, I got a job in makeup. So I actually worked at a beauty counter in Nordstrom. I worked for a bunch of different brands there. I worked at Nordstrom for, I think, about 4 years, and love doing makeup. Like that is my, well, used to be my #1 like passion in life. I do obviously still love doing it, but now Instagram has kind of taken the front seat on that. So I used to work at the makeup counter. I worked at ESPN for a little bit doing makeup there. And then just ended up, once I moved from, this is kind of confusing, lived in Connecticut for a little while, worked at ESPN, moved back to Arizona, and then just decided to like start a makeup Instagram and start doing weddings and things like that, because weddings are so big here. I still do that to this day. That is probably like, I would say 10% of like what I do in my job. So I do that. And then obviously I do content creation. So content creation and technically blogging. And that entails, you know, creating content for brands, working with brands, styling outfits, you know, obviously posting them on my feed. And yeah, like being an influencer. I don't like that word, but being an influencer, I guess, like sums up the whole thing. So that is my job / jobs. How did you start blogging? So I started about a year ago, actually a little over a year ago. And I knew that I like always wanted to get into it, but didn't really know where to start. I kind of get into this on my Q&A with Brie that you'll see soon. Because she had a big part in me starting. I like saw her on Instagram and saw what she was doing, and I always wanted to do it, but obviously like didn't have enough clothes or didn't really know where to start, because it is like, it does take a while to get your footing and like figure the whole thing out. I just like, you just go for it. That's how you get started. I don't know. You just start posting every day, pick out outfits, plan outfits, just get like content out there, and it just kind of snowballs from there. And then someone asked, what is the best part about being a content creator? So for me, the best part is getting to be creative. Having that outlet and doing that all the time is super fulfilling. Like being able to have this platform where I get to like make art and put it out there and receive feedback and receive acknowledgement for it is amazing. It's super fulfilling, and it also is really fun to like run my own business and be my own boss. It's a lot of like figuring things out, teaching yourself things, but that in and of itself is also fulfilling, to just be like constantly bettering yourself in that way. Love that aspect of it. Also really love getting to work with cool brands that I've always looked up to, or places that I've always shopped at. It is really cool to like see yourself on their websites, and just I would have never thought that I'd be doing this job. Like even if someone told me 2 years ago that I'd be doing this, I'd be like, yeah, okay, sure. Super grateful that I get to do this and that I get to be creative, and I think the whole thing is just my favorite part. It obviously has its bad, you know, things like every job does, but otherwise the whole thing is great. Okay, so I think I'm going to just stop there for now. If you guys have more questions, I can definitely do another Q&A. But otherwise, let me know what else you want to see. If you want to see any of those videos that I mentioned, just leave me a comment. Please subscribe. Your support would mean so much to me, and I will see you in the next video. This matcha has me way too lit right now. Oh, hi. Say hi to the people. Two birds fighting outside. Could you guys not? Could you not? Sorry, I'm gonna take a sip. Okay, I should start that over. Why is my voice so raspy right now? What is happening? You guys, my voice is so fucking raspy. Ah! I need a break already. Sips tea.